B2B marketers are facing the challenge of an empowered buyer. Customers are in control now and they dictate the terms. That means that you have to speak to the customers as individuals. You have to expose the people within the company and engage those people in conversations with the customers. That's a challenge for B2B marketers because historically we've talked a lot about specs, but now we've got to talk about people. For example, Cisco uses its Superfan contest on Facebook to highlight its most enthusiastic customers. Johnson Controls is telling the story of a 120-year-old company by spotlighting its employees and having them tell their stories. Intel does a wonderful job of challenging its customers with contests and showing them what's going on in the labs. Dell has wonderful contests, trivia contests about the history of computers. These are companies that are engaging with customers at a whole different level by telling stories that resonate with the enthusiasts who buy their products. One thing that was notable about this conference was the emphasis on buyer personas. That's a concept that we hear a lot about, but we don't see put into practice very often. And this conference had several speakers who really touched on ways to understand your buyers at more of a visceral level, understand their motivations and the reasons that they make decisions, which have very little to do with budget and title and have a lot to do with personal status and fulfillment and success within the organization. I thought this conference was did an exceptional job of encouraging B2B marketers to think about their customers more as people than as faceless demographic statistics. One of the more memorable sessions was the last one, actually, a discussion of how Underwriter Labs remade its image from a kind of stuffy, old line, very conservative firm into something that was all about the way it was changing people's lives. And I love it when a conference concludes with a good case study that sort of brings all of the elements together, and this one did that very well. The American education system teaches us that writing more is better than writing less, and the web has turned this into a science. We now pour everything that we want to say, in as many words as we can say it, into the bottomless pit of the web. I'm trying to encourage people to go back to the days when brevity was a virtue, to respect your reader's time, to take words out of the process, to use active language, and find writing that really sparkles, that's brief, that's to the point, that's memorable, and actually makes people laugh out loud. And if we can do more of that, I think we will do a service to our customers and to our companies.